Good afternoon. Thanks for coming. The Sex Crimes Unit is investigating a series of sexual assaults that have occurred in recent months. It is alleged that sometime in April of 2012, a woman was approached by the suspect and led to an address in the Parliament and Wellesley Street East area. Once at that address, the suspect sexually assaulted the complainant on 2 occasions. It is also alleged that on August the 23rd, 2012, another woman was approached by the suspect in the Yonge Street and Wellesley Street neighborhood. The suspect led the complainant to a nearby building where he sexually assaulted her. It is also alleged that on August the 24th, 2012, another woman working as a sex trade worker was approached by the suspect in the Gerrard Street East and Parliament Street area. The suspect led her to an area behind a commercial building where he sexually assaulted her. It is also alleged that on August the 29th, 2012, another woman was approached by the suspect in the Yonge Street and Gloucester Street neighborhood. The suspect led her to a nearby building where he sexually assaulted her. Through our investigation, the suspect has been identified as one Thomas Reardon, also known as Thomas Thornhill. He is described as being of white complexion, 5'9", 34 years old, blonde hair in a faux hawk style, and blue eyes. Thomas Reardon has been known to use a bicycle as his main source of transportation. I want to appeal to Thomas Reardon to contact a lawyer and turn himself in. I also want to warn anyone who may be assisting him to avoid capture that they may be arrested and charged for aiding and abetting and obstructing police in an investigation. We believe there may be further victims, and we are asking them to come forward and file a report. We are also appealing for anyone with information on Thomas Reardon or his whereabouts to contact myself, Detective Constable Sandra Arruda, at 416-808-7461, or the Sex Crimes Unit office at 416-808-7474. You can also report any information anonymously through Crime Stoppers at 416-808-2222. And I'm opening it up for questions.
Detective, I'm a little confused. Is that 3 or 4?
We have 4 victims.
4 victims?
Yes.
And are they assaulted at a particular time or place?
They've been at all times, morning, night, afternoon.
You mentioned that one of the victims is a sex trade worker. Are all of the victims sex trade workers, or is it just the one in this case?
Just the one.
And you said one of the victims was assaulted twice? Is that what you said?
Yes.
So what was he saying to these women then to get them from the street back to wherever he was taking them to sexually assault them?
He was definitely befriending them, and that's as far as I'll go into that.
Well, you gotta give us a little bit more. How was he befriending them?
He would talk to them, befriend them, and then they'd accompany him to where he would take them.
The first woman you said was attacked 2 separate times on the same day.
That's right.
Was there some sort of drug involved, or?
In order to protect the integrity of the investigation, there were certain questions I'm not going to be able to answer, and I can't answer that.
Did any of the victims require hospitalization for their injuries?
They did not know.
And was this always what, July and August that the attacks occurred?
Our first one was in April, and then the rest have been in August.
How are you sure that this is your guy for all the same assaults?
Actually, we identified him through assistance from the public, using surveillance video and witnesses that have come forward.
Is he getting worse as far as violence or anything like that?
He's definitely a public safety risk, and he needs to be apprehended immediately.
Do we have any idea where in Toronto? Is he in Toronto, or where in Toronto would Mr. Reardon be?
So we believe that he is still here in Toronto, and he's known to frequent the area of Wellesley and Sherbourne.
Is he previously known to police?
He is, yes.
Can you elaborate on why he might be known to police?
I can't, no.
Is there any relation at all to the West End attacker?
No relation whatsoever, no.
So it's 2 separate
Two separate occurrences.
Do you fear an escalation in his behavior?
I fear that he is unpredictable, and therefore I would say yes. That's as far as I can go with that.
So these are kinds of opportunity, I imagine? He sees an opening and that's when he makes a move?
I believe that Mr. Reardon specifically picks his victims, so I would not say they're crimes of opportunity.
Is he stalking them?
No.
Does
Not that we have
These are
information.
people he knew that he knows.
He's a complete stranger to our victims.
So he's pretty much standing on the sidewalk watching for a particular type of woman to walk by, and then...
He is picking his women. That's as far as I can go into that.
What's the similarities in all of them that he seems to be attracted to?
They're not physical similarities by any means. I can't go into what specifically he's picking on, but it's not a physical type of victim.
Age?
Nope. Age has ranged anywhere from 18 to 40.
So would you say then that he's picking these women, but he's picking them at random?
Yes.
And when we see the women in that area, and what kind of warning would you give out?
I would say do not go with anyone you don't know anywhere that they may lead you to. And if you see Thomas Reardon specifically, to call 911.
What do we know about him as far as, is he employed, does he go to school, does he have no fixed address?
Thomas Reardon right now, as far as we believe, is of no fixed address, and that's it. That's all we know about him.
Any family? Is he a Toronto native or?
He has family in Toronto, yes.
Are the attacks violent in nature of any sort? I know you said that they didn't require hospitalization or anything of the sort, but are the attacks violent?
The attacks are serious. I mean, a sexual assault can be anywhere from a touch to intercourse, of course, and we take all of them serious. But Mr. Reardon is a public safety risk, is what I really want to get out there.
How many other ones out there? There was the West End serial sexual assault person you're looking for. How many does the sex crimes unit have on the radar right now?
I can't answer that.
More than about at least two, you know.
I can't answer that. We have 3 teams. Everybody is investigating their own investigations.
Do you believe there are more victims in this case?
I do believe there are more victims in this case, yes.
What leads you to believe that?
Just from our investigation and what we know about Thomas Reardon and how he has attacked his victims, we have strong beliefs that there will be more.
Does he have a prior criminal record that involves sexual assault at all?
I can't get into that.
How does he control? Does he have mace or has he got some beats or hits somewhere?
I can't get into that.
Is he using some kind of item or tool?
He is not, no.
There's
Not that we
robbery
know
involved? There's no robbery involved?
I can't get into that.
But he is extremely persuasive.
Right.
And where is the surveillance video taken from? This photo, where is that taken from exactly?
That's a police photo, a booking photo that we have of Thomas Reardon.
And what about the surveillance video? What can you tell us about that? Where was it taken and what did it show?
We have numerous surveillance video, just from those neighborhoods and the buildings, and surveillance footage from, commercial buildings or apartment buildings, wherever that we knew he had gone in.
And what did they capture? Did they capture anything from the actual encounters?
They capture him, and that's the most I'll go into that.
When the suspect is talking to his victims, are they at a bar? Are they on the street? Is it anything specific, or is there any particular place where he's trying to persuade these women?
Mr. Reardon is approaching his women on this street.
But is there like a ruse he uses, like, you know, look at my puppy, something like that? I mean, well, what should women know? I mean, like if somebody comes up to them down in that area.
The best, I can't get into that because that's our investigation. The best I can say to women in that area is just do not go anywhere with anyone you do not know.
I mean, but could it be something like, you know, just going on that ruse, I mean, could it be something like he's injured or something like that that would compel a woman to help him out?
No.
No, okay.
Thank you very much, everyone, for coming.